Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Baptized and Clueless. I'm your host, Yusuf, along with my co-host, Michelle. Michelle, how are you today?
Incredible. So excited for the day.
Awesome. That sounds a little more chipper. All right. And Wesley, how are you doing today, man?
Man, Yusuf, I'm doing good because, today the Lord has blessed me to see another birthday.
Birthday!
That.
You didn't think I knew, but I knew.
Yeah.
I saw the chats. I was like, this guy's not going to say nothing? The nerve.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, bro.
Yeah,
Birthday.
thank
That's
you.
your birthday.
Yes, thank you, Phil. Thank you.
Happy 19th.
Happy, oh, God. Oh, God.
Happy 19th after 20.
Nah, man, I'm a long way from that, man. I'm a long way from that.
Oh man! After yesterday's session, we had a discussion with Michelle. We're talking about podcasting and so
Yeah.
forth, and I'm trying to walk Wesley through some procedures. I was like, man, I feel like two old guys trying to figure out the. It was just funny. It was just funny and it wasn't even anything technical. It was the basics.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look at the laptop.
What were you guys
I was
trying
like,
to do?
oh man. I was trying to show something on the laptop, a process to go through.
Uh-huh.
But because I'm so addicted, I'm using my phone as opposed to my laptop.
Oh.
The camera for that. It was just a mess. And then when he had to do it, so it was just comical. But anyways, today's topic is one that's really interesting because it kind of rolled into how the day unfolded, at least how this call unfolded.
Yeah.
Today's topic is: can we be too busy with God?
Mhm.
For those who are not too clear, normally we have a concern of being too busy for God, meaning we're so stuck in our own ways, doing our own thing, whether it be the job, the family, the whatever it
Yeah.
may be, we don't make time. But in this case, when you make time for the Lord and you're busy doing things that you believe the Lord is calling you to do, but you don't spend time with Him. And so we're going to talk about the busyness today because we do know that no matter what's going on in your life, spending time with God is primary. It is important.
Yeah.
Don't pray or ask a question and walk away without listening out for Him.
I think full context, you need to explain how we got to this topic today of like your own.
I'm going to.
Okay,
I'm going to. Right? You can't just ask someone across the street to do something for you and you have no relationship with God. You gotta have a relationship with God. And so here we are today. Things have been hectic in my life as of recent, and not in a complaintive kind of way, but a lot of things going on. And I got my reminder that, hey, podcast is going to start soon. Like, yeah, podcast. Was it like maybe 2 minutes later? I completely forgot. So my head's not in this space as much as it used to be because it was the one thing I look forward to in the week, one of the many things. Right? And so I got caught up with my daughter, got caught up with my wife, talking to her about something and something else. And I see my phone ring and I see Michelle's face. I'm like, Michelle, the podcast today. So my good friends jump on the call. And they're talking to me like, hey, today's that kind of day. And I was like, no, it really isn't because I wasn't feeling exhausted. I just got distracted. But at the same time, my loving brother here, Wesley, I won't say what the nickname is I said I should call you, but I won't call you that. So Wesley's like, hey, Yusuf, if you're too tired, if you're burnt out, we can always pass on for another week, which is fine. But I didn't feel the calling for that. And I wasn't burnt out. I just got distracted. A little too focused on this project I'm doing right now, which is for the Lord, but at the same time, I got to be careful. Like, would the Lord give me too many things to start off with in the first place? And am I juggling too much? Do you juggle too much?
Right.
Because I know, Michelle, you got a lot on your plate.
Yeah, but you know what's funny?
That's a guilty laugh.
You know what's actually really funny is because our topic today is can you be too busy with God as opposed to too busy for God? And truth be told, a lot of my busyness in my previous seasons was being too busy for God. And in this season, I'm actually busy removing all the things that had me too busy for God and slowly growing into things that have me busy with God. It's a transitional season for me, really, because there's a lot of things I didn't capture that I was running away from something and I was keeping myself busy by doing so. And so when I captured that and spent time in consecration with God and just started to realize, hey, you're actually just doing a lot of this stuff because you're trying to avoid something that's painful there.
Yeah.
And then when I recognized it, I literally had to practice. This has been an ongoing practice for a year. And I want to make sure I say that out loud because I don't want people to think it takes you like, oh, I just make this decision and it's overnight. For the last year,
No.
I have been practicing saying no to spaces that don't serve God and don't fill me. And people
Mm.
are, I'm okay with it, but people around me are not always comfortable with it. They're kind of like, "Are you
Yeah.
feeling okay? What's wrong? We haven't seen you." I'm like, "I'm good. I'm actually just really good in a different space."
Mm.
Right. Not everyone's gonna be along for the journey the same way. They're not
No,
privy to know everything that's going on with you and God.
Yeah.
no.
And you gotta be okay to move that way. And sometimes he'll have you busy, but sometimes he'll have you busy, but you made yourself busier because you may have not jumped when he told you to jump. You may have not started when he told you
Right.
to start. You know what I mean? So you may
Exactly.
have delayed it. Maybe a fear made you slow things down. Maybe a fear, or not
Oh,
so
yeah.
much fear, but maybe your uncertainty
Mm.
is
Yeah.
making you research something that you researched for the last 2 months. Talk about
Hmm.
myself. Reason why I forgot about today, because I was running through another scenario with pricing. And I'm going through it. This is like scenario number like 23.
Mm.
Hmm.
I'll show you how bad it was. Yesterday I was doing a pricing scenario online, and I
Yeah.
don't remember which app I was using. It said to me, like I said in the previous ones before, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Did I ask you this question more than once? Like, I'm offending AI. What's up with that? That's not cool. But it's almost like I'm checking numbers. I'm checking them. Checking numbers. I need to go into prayer and ask him to make sure I'm making the right decision and give
Yeah.
me a sign.
Yeah.
That's what I need
Hmm.
to do.
Hmm.
Mm.
And just sometimes you gotta remember that. So it's like God putting things in your place. He'll never give you more than you can handle. And
Hmm.
sometimes you may be in a season where things are new. So you're like,
Hmm.
oh, I'm juggling these three things. So, oh my gosh, is that too much? It's
Mhm.
never that
Right.
it's about it's too much. It's like, wait, am I using my time wisely?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Am I focusing on the three things he has for me right now in the right order? It's
Right.
like I speak to him, I do thing number one. I speak to him, I do thing number two. I speak to him, I do
Mm.
thing number three. Or am I
Right.
filling my time with I'm trying to do the thing number one and Netflix?
Mhm.
Thing number two, stop halfway, phone call, social media. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
right? And then before you know it's 8 o'clock, you're like, oh man, today was not as productive as I wanted to be. It's
Yeah.
because you're making poor decisions.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Mhm.
So if you feel that your wheel and your wagon is wobbling, check with God. Best mechanic I know.
Yeah.
Ask him
Pretty good.
why is this happening with my schedule? Why is this happening with my timing? Why am I forgetting things? You may be
Yeah.
over focusing on something. And even when you're working for the Lord, like what are we doing on behalf of the Lord?
Yeah.
Whether it be writing devotionals, whether it be whatever.
Yeah.
It's like you gotta be careful that at the end of the day you're not idolizing it.
Yeah.
It's
Like it's
true.
not becoming the new thing that you're focused on. Like if you spend more time doing it than spending with God, like
Yeah.
and I don't mean like minute per minute, but you're
No.
not prioritizing him in the thing you're doing, yeah, it's a red flag.
Mhm.
Yes, it is.
Mhm.
Spiritual red flag, and we get caught up so easily. So
Yeah.
I appreciate the call out. Michelle thought, something happened to me because I normally call everyone ahead of time. Hey, this is what we're talking about today, but no, this was needed, and I really appreciate the call.
Yeah.
And that's what community is about, man.
Mm.
Yeah.
Either I'm no lone wolf. No, no
No.
thanks.
Mhm.
No.
And
No
Never.
wolf.
Yusuf, with when I did approach you about that, I know you were thinking that, oh, Wesley's trying to take the way out again, but it was
No,
just
I was
it was just me honestly. It was just me honestly just trying to look out for you. So
just like, come on, bro.
yeah.
I fully know that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And honestly, like you said, it's a good thing we do have community because it's like when you do go through that phase where you tend to be too busy, and you tend to forget certain
Yeah.
things, you have the people around you to be like, "Hey, Yusuf, are you okay? Or
Yeah.
are we still doing a thing today?" And so I also wanna say this. As you say the title, can we be too busy with God? What I thought about was I thought about how there are some people who like when they get busy for God,
Yeah.
they tend to, you know, idolize, like you said, they tend to idolize that thing and
Hmm.
tend to neglect certain things, like say for instance family. They tend to neglect
Mm.
family and prioritize the church,
Right.
because they got so many things, church events that they
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
to, serve at, and
Yeah.
while their family is in crumbles. And
Right.
so that's what I was thinking about um, you know, when you put the title, "Can we be too busy with God?" Because yeah, like the with is the key word there because there are a lot of people that are just too busy for God, but are they too busy with God? So,
I mean, one's obviously a
Yeah.
better problem to have,
mhm,
Oh yeah.
right?
Mm.
yeah.
You're in the house, but you're being like, ooh, 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 them two sisters.
I was just about to say that literally.
Yeah.
When you look at Mary and Martha,
Mary and
exactly.
Martha.
Yeah, yeah.
Mary was doing a good thing, am I correct? And Martha was
Mhm.
Yeah.
a little busy. Martha was doing a good thing too, just she didn't recognize what was in front of her.
Right,
Take
right.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's
Mhm,
great. See? Tell you, man.
I've
The
had a
Bible people.
Martha problem my entire life.
Mm,
I've had a Martha problem.
mhm.
And when I feel that Martha imbalance happening, I literally go back and read the story and remind myself again that God wants you to sit with him. All the other busyness is important, but there's a hierarchy of importance.
yeah,
Mhm, mhm.
there is,
Yeah, yeah.
and it just starts with him. Everything else will fall
Yeah.
into order because of that, but it starts with him.
Right.
Mhm. Like you said, what Martha was doing wasn't bad, you know?
Mhm.
It's just that the thing that made what Mary was doing good was the fact that she was like, let me put everything aside and just focus on Jesus, you know. And Martha's situation, she was just focused on catering to everybody
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
wasn't really focused her focus wasn't really on Jesus. And so I think that that's the difference.
As you say that, Wesley, like I was gonna come to her defense, but it's like it shows her heart posture as well, because what she was doing was serving others,
Yeah.
Mhm.
but it's almost like in a state of worry.
Mm,
We had to get this
Yeah.
thing done. This has to be there provided because he's here, and gotta make sure this and that, which is a thing that we do. If her heart posture was like, oh, while they're listening to Jesus over there, let me make sure everything's set for them, so everything like that's a giving heart posture, right? She's
yeah.
Yeah.
serving them. She's listening on the side, but she's making sure things are prepared that when he is ready to eat, everything's there for everyone and everyone can enjoy the space that they're in, as opposed to worrying that her sister wasn't doing anything.
Mhm,
Right.
Doing the
mhm.
right thing and having a wrong heart posture. And that ties back into our title. Doing the right thing, working with God. And your heart posture is, because if I don't do this, then I won't get here and I won't get there. It's like, wait, are you not working with God?
Mm,
Right.
So if you're working with him, then whatever it is that you're doing that you believe is from God, it will get done.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
For it as you're supposed to and make sure he leads you. And it's a whole different story. So it's a great
mhm,
little reminder. Great.
yeah, 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 and, also, when it comes to, just being busy, I mean, of course, it's, reasonable that when people are busy, like, they tend to, prioritize certain things over other things, but, when like you said, Yusuf, when you put God first, and you just, work with him instead of, just doing it out of worry or doing it out of self-reliance, you'll see that um being busy with him will make it a little bit more easier and manageable,
Yeah.
because
Mhm.
he's on your side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just thinking as you said that, it's like, even if we do things, because there's even a difference when we do things out of lack and out of
Mhm.
plenty.
Yeah.
So the beautiful thing is that God is so gracious. He's so good that even when we do things out of lack, whether it be our prayer, we decide to spend our time, it's like, oh, you're here now because, you're going through these things. He accepts you. He loves you for the same way.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
See, when things are going great, and you
Mhm.
can still spend the time like you're flying in your face. Like, Lord, you
Yeah.
take care of everything. And you're still spending time with him as
Mhm.
though you're in a season of lack. Man,
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
whole nother story. Like, he accepts you both ways.
Yeah.
We're so fortunate because honestly, we don't deserve anything.
Man, nothing. Mm, mhm, mhm.
It pulled in the heart, man, because we've all have our wretched backgrounds. We're all born into sin.
Mhm.
And yet
Yeah.
still, even when we do things the wrong way, if our heart is
Mhm.
facing towards him, he still accepts.
Yes,
Right.
yes. And for me, I would say that the thing for me is that I'm trying to, get rid of the idle time that I do have, right? And
Mhm.
I may not be as busy, but I know that in this season, I have to make sure that I do the things that I can, manage.
Yeah.
Like when it comes to being part of the community that we're in, or just doing certain things for my family, just those things that I can manage to make sure that I'm not distracting myself too much with,
Right.
the things that are not, not important. And
Yeah.
of course I do end up doing stuff that are not important at all. And that's what I'm trying to, get rid of in my life. But at the same time, what like you said, Yusuf, when you come from a place of lack and and God starts to give you more responsibility and more things to do, like it can make someone end up, thinking that it's, oh, this is overwhelming, this is too much. Because I know for me, like, I've had more responsibilities now than I've had in my past,
Mhm.
and I know God has helped me to just manage those things. And now for me, it is, in this season, it's all about, trying to stay productive with the important
Mhm.
things that God wants me to do, and trying to um get rid of the things that are not important in my life.
Right.
So
Yeah, no,
That
that's it. Cleaning
prioritization.
cleaning house.
yeah, yeah,
It's a physical thing. It's spiritual. It's from your heart, from your mind,
hmm,
clearing out the way you used to talk to people. Like so much things that he does so much within us.
yeah, yeah,
And so when we have the time to actually do something on behalf of the Lord, even if you just put
Mhm.
something simple in your heart, like do it to your fullest, do it to your best.
yeah,
When you
Yeah.
trip up on that, he'll straighten your path. He'll pick you back up, brush you off, and put you back in the right direction you're supposed to be in.
Right.
hmm, hmm,
So
yeah,
it's always a wonderful thing. That relationship that we have with him is so important, and it's the most important relationship we can have because it's the only one that sets
Oh yeah.
all other.
yeah, yeah. And also, I was just thinking about this, how this topic is about being too busy. The thing about God as well is that He will give you rest as well,
Oh,
because that when He gave us that example of resting on the seventh day,
Mhm.
we all know God doesn't need to
he
rest.
doesn't need to rest.
He doesn't need to rest.
He did that for us.
Yeah, he did that for us
Yeah.
to show us that we would need rest,
Yeah, yeah,
And so, well, you could be busy all 6 days, but that 7th day, that Sabbath day, he wants that to be he normally wants that to be, the resting day,
yeah, yeah.
Of
Mhm.
course, a lot of us, we don't take that day for rest, but basically what I'm trying to say is just, try to take that time to rest, because God also gifted us with rest.
Exactly, exactly.
Mhm.
No, 100%, 100%.
Mhm.
At the end of the day, I think working alongside with God for the many things, whether it be that you're just serving your family, helping
Mhm.
friends, doing extra things at work, whatever case if you're outside of work. At the end of the day, keep him involved in everything. And you'll know when you're not keeping him involved when things start to feel a little chaotic.
Right.
Mm, yeah. Yeah.
And when you start, I'll put myself in there. And when you start, your priority scheduling is a little off
Mhm.
because now your plate's a little more full, but it doesn't have to be chaotic in any way. And so it's just a nice reminder to myself that, hey, get back in touch with him. Plug in with the one that got this started, and he'll set things straight, right? And it's a good reminder. It's humbling, but it's also simple to know that he doesn't ask anything that takes a Herculean effort.
Mhm.
Right.
It's like the biggest effort you're gonna have to do is pretty much telling your flesh no. That is the hardest thing.
Yeah. For
Telling your
real.
telling your flesh no comes in so much different forms. Like,
Mhm.
no, don't be too busy. No, don't be too wrestle. No,
Mhm.
don't be so quick to react. No, don't be overly patient. It's time for you to move or do something. Like it's so much. But at the
Mhm.
end of the day, it's pretty straightforward. Like, hey, Lord, if you want me to stop this, tell me how to stop it. If you want me to start this, tell me how
Right.
to start this. Oh, do I
Mhm.
have a problem in this area? Do I have a problem in that area? And he just sends confirmation. So in my busy state with God lately,
Mhm.
instances have been happening, and I've told you about these, Wesley.
Mhm.
It's funny enough that whenever I check in on my church services, for the last couple weeks, the pastor's been on point
Yeah.
by just saying something
Mhm.
that just it made sense. Like, oh, that little incident, even down to the smallest incident, God is aware of it and He's part of it.
Right.
Yeah.
And when
Yeah.
He has someone else confirm it by what they said, or someone else
Mhm.
confirm it by what they bring to you, or send to you by text, or whatever case it be, it's Him letting you know that I see you.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
know what you're going through. I see the work you're trying to do. Remember me, and always know that I'm aware and I'm in everything that you're a part of. Everything that is good, that is, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So at the end of the day, it's like those reminders, like, okay, God, I can't complain anymore that, man, Lord, I don't know if I hear from you. No, you can hear from him. Sit your butt down long enough to be still to hear him.
Yes.
Don't
Yeah.
pray and move. Pray and stick around for a little bit. But we have a
It's
tendency to
funny.
make bad. Yes, go ahead.
No, when you're talking about that, spend enough time, it brought me back to, obviously we were talking about Mary and Martha because that's just such an easy and obvious example. But it's funny because I don't know why my spirit prompted me to open my daughter's children's Bible, actually, because it's one of the stories we just finished reading. We read a few stories every single night. And I don't know why. I'm like, the children's Bible, but it prompted me. And it's interesting because I'm actually going to paraphrase from a children's Bible today, not from the traditional Bible. But there's an important reason. There's an important reason why I feel that way. I wish I could like show the picture in this podcast. But if you see the animated picture that is drawn of Martha, right, in this book, in this children's Bible, her face just looks bitter and resentful. And she's cooking. And she's stirring the pot and she's cooking. But I go to focus on literally the 4 to 6 lines that are below it, which says, the longer Mary listened to Jesus, the madder Martha got. She said, I am busy in the kitchen while Mary is doing nothing. Jesus, please tell my sister to help me, Martha whined. And I say that because all I kept thinking about was God wants us to sit with him because strategy.
Yeah.
We actually try to do more than we need to do, when honestly, if we actually sat with him and was quiet with him a little more frequently, he would give us strategy that would not allow us to have burnout, that would not allow us to be spinning our wheels. And then it was weird because literally as I was thinking about that, a friend of mine sent me a message, and he sent me an ebook that I will look at afterwards. But just the first 3 lines, it says, let's cut to the chase. He's sending me, I think, the blurb that goes with the book. It says, let's cut to the chase. The reason you feel stuck isn't because you lack purpose. It's because you're overthinking every move, constantly trying to figure it all out before you start. Spinning, analyzing, waiting for clarity that never fully comes. And I say that to say, sometimes we're so busy in the doing that we're overthinking for ourselves. We're still operating outside of him. We're actually idolizing outside of him. And if we just sit still with him, whether it be the things that need to be done around the home, whether it be strategy for business, whether it be our service in the community, if we sit quiet with him more frequently, he will provide that clarity and say, in this circumstances, he's going to bring revelation for you and how you can streamline something that you may never have considered if you hadn't spent that time with him.
Facts.
He wants you to have impact, but he also wants you to rest in him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No,
Growing up a Catholic, there was a song they used to sing all the time that says, be not afraid. I go before you always. Come follow me and I will give you the rest.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was just thinking humorously when you're saying, when we do too much, I'm like, yeah, when you do, you mess yourself up.
Pun intended.
Whether you step in it or sit in it, doesn't matter. You'll mess yourself up.
Oh man.
No,
No, I was gonna say, based on the resting part, um, we all know the verse, where it talks about how God would give you rest. It's in Matthew 11 verse 28. Then Jesus said, "Come to me, all of you who are weary and carry heavy burdens, and I will give you rest." So yeah.
that's the thing. It's biblical because even Jesus took rest. Like,
Mm.
follow everything to the T, and everything was provided for him. And he showed not just the disciples, but all those who were around him, who gathered around, how to live. And he changed our lives. And that's what we're supposed to replicate in the things that we're doing. And it's like, if anything we're doing is not honoring God, not honoring his ways and what Jesus has shown us, then you have to really question what it is you're doing.
Yeah.
And to think that you're doing a new thing that no one else has done this before, and oh my gosh, I want to change lives. When you start saying, I'm going to change lives, and I'm doing, you've already lost.
Yeah.
Around.
Yeah.
So you just got to recognize what is so, and it's not even necessarily because the person doing it intentionally and maliciously. It's just that that's where we're brought up in society. What are you going to bring to the table?
Yeah.
What is it you do for a living? It's like all these things it puts on us, so we just think everything is about us. But for those who are trying to work with the Lord and work for the Lord, you start understanding that, it's pretty much to let you understand that God is the lead and you're his sous chef.
Oh, I
You're the
like
one
that.
he looks to like to just prep things, and he'll bring it home. He'll bring everything home, and sometimes he'll let you take the lead, but based on how you decide to do something. Like he'll say, "Hey, I'll give you the gift of giving. You are able to give yourself to people, but you can get to choose who to give it to. And as you want to give it to charity with kids or with seniors, you want to help out animals, like right?" And so he works with us, but at the end of the day, we have to work with him, and it's just something that we have to focus on, not take for granted. Because honestly, I barely want to remember what life was like before him.
It's so true.
What life was like during my desert years. Oh, and by the way, I have to do a correction. I don't know where I was going in my calculation, but I was in the desert for 17 years. Nope. After I got baptized, it was a lot longer than that.
Ah.
It was a lot longer. But anyways, the point of that is, yeah, I changed.
You went from 15 to 17 to now.
Listen. It's only by a couple of years, but I just want to make sure I cover my bases. But the bottom line is, yeah, the wilderness is something else. And he can pull you out of it, and it just feels amazing to be like everyone's talking about. Like last night in my Bible study group, yes, another new group. I think I'm addicted to groups. I'm really careful.
As long as you don't get too busy with God, okay?
I'm too busy with God, but the group itself, we started talking about just where we are in life, where we are with our parents, and just pretty much the fact that we're all in a similar space because our parents are all in a similar age group, and the responsibility that is upon us as opposed to being there to do everything for them. It's like we got to recognize the relationship that we have with them, and the dynamics have changed, and that we have to be able to have that adult conversation with them about how things are. And it's something new for everybody, but it was just wonderful to know that here we are as a Bible group. We can talk about God and how even the things in life, how he's still a part of it, and how we go about chasing him in every situation. So it's just, there's no way I could be doing too much with God, but he'll show me how to prioritize what I need to do with him, and he'll remind me to keep pace, get rest with him, and to keep involved in everything, and everything planned out so differently. So I am grateful for the two of you. I'm grateful for God, of course.
Yes.
And if you really focus, he'll place the right people in your life.
Oh, yeah.
And he'll let you see red flags early if you're not supposed to be around that person, but if you choose to stick around, that'll be another lesson for you. So
yeah,
it's up to you, right? But no, to answer the question, I don't think we can be too busy with God. It's just a matter of, does it turn into getting too busy for God and we forget to bring him in and involved in everything that we're doing?
Right.
Exactly.
That's the only concern. That is the only concern. I appreciate it. This is probably one of our shorter podcasts, but I'm okay with it because at the end of the day, we got to say what needs to be said.
Yes.
Exactly.
And we get to talk about this being living examples of what it's like to just walk with God and not get everything perfect, but just to see how he corrects us and improves.
Yes.
This call is well needed.
Always.
For those who are listening and they may not be familiar with God or familiar with Christ, or they still haven't made a decision. I know a couple people like that. Know God, talked to him, still have not made the decision. But Romans 10:9, if you declare with your mouth Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved.
Yes.
Now, that particular scripture came about, and obviously we have to think about the man on the cross beside Jesus, and it's that same belief. It's not your perfection. So if you have not chosen to accept Jesus Christ in your life, but you know of this, you know that he died for you, and you know that he was raised from the dead, you have no reason to be hesitating. Your life is not going to change overnight just like that. Your awakening might change, and yes, you might feel a conviction sooner, but the bottom line is that your convictions to set you straight. There's no reason to be afraid. And please don't get caught up with the, should I get baptized first? You need to get saved first. The baptism comes afterwards. Even if you're just asking you the first time right there before you get dipped, they ask you before they dip you. You have to declare your belief first. And if you believe that he died and he rose again, he died for our sakes and for our salvation, then you're on the right path. And if you haven't said so yet, declare it to the Lord. Confess your sins and state their belief and turn away. Turn away. That's what repenting means. And just like that, you too will have a second chance in this life because it's not about this time in life; it's about the time afterwards.
Yeah.
Right.
That's just a quick spiritual PSA for those who still are on the teeter or on the fence on deciding on giving their life to the Lord. Give it; He'll make it better, and He'll set you straight, because that's what He does all.
Amen.
Yes. Amen.
So I want to thank everyone once again for joining us on our little podcast, which has grown tremendously. A few thousand listeners, actually.
Wow.
We crossed 1,000 mark a little while ago. We've been gaining since, and we haven't done one marketing yet. So who knows? Who knows?
God has been good.
Thank you both again for this. Oh,
Yes.
wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm grateful that he set us up the way he has in this group. So thank you both again, and thank you, listeners, for checking out Baptized and Clueless. I'm your host, Yusuf, along with Michelle and Wesley. And we thank you once more. Take care.
Yes. Take care.
Have a great day.